Well, good morning. It is the 23rd of December, just 2 days before Christmas. And we had a big rain last night. I don't know what the official numbers were, but I left Dottie's dog dish out, and it's about a 4-inch deep dish, and it was filled to the top this morning. So at least 4 inches of rain right at my trailer. And I did have to go out during the rain real quickly into town to get medication for somebody. It was early on, so I sort of went the long way around and didn't have any problems. But I tell you, it really started raining at night, and the washes were full of water, and it would have been a dangerous thing to try to drive around. But today, you know, you can see kind of there's little puddles everywhere, but this desert absorbs that rain pretty fast. And I'm going the back way. I just drove through a little wash behind our place, and it's all looking pretty good, pretty solid. I'm not worried. But need to go into town, need to do a little grocery shopping. I got Dottie with me. We're just gonna do a little road runner shopping, and that's pretty much it. I did have a package to pick up, but I missed the noon deadline for Moon Mountain on Saturdays, and because I had a little work to do this morning. But I am work free until like Tuesday, which is nice. I'm looking forward to some friends of mine and I are going to go to Blue Water Casino in Parker for their Christmas buffet dinner for $24.99. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to try not to eat too much Sunday and certainly Monday morning, so I have a nice, good, healthy appetite for the buffet. And I'm going to be bringing you all with me for Christmas. So you will see what I see, you will experience what I experience, except you won't be able to smell and taste the food, unfortunately, but you can use your imagination to do so. Had made a informal commitment to do a video every day while I'm in Quartzsite the whole winter, so you know, some videos are going to be a little less exciting than others. There's one I just published now where I gave a tour of the Tesla charge stations and showed you a glimpse of what Ehrenberg, Arizona looks like, which is right near the California border off I-10. And I'm going to be curious to see how many views or what kind of comments that video gets, because it wasn't very exciting. But we'll see. In today's, kind of the same. If I see something, I've got my, I thought I'd brought my, my GoPro with me, but guess what? I didn't. So if I see anything that's worth shooting, I'm going to have to use my phone to do it. Damn. I got it all ready to go, and I didn't put it in the car. Oh well. I can always use the phone. It's very nice. And I know you guys don't like the split screen as much as the little me in the corner. So in deference to those who have said that, when I get up into Quartzsite, I will change it so we're doing the big screen and the little face window. How's that? Is that a deal? Dottie, when I do this, Dottie sort of stares at me like, are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? She's a little confused, aren't you, Dottie? Dottie doesn't mind rain, hates thunder, and there were supposed to be thunderstorms, but neither Dottie or I heard thunder. Dottie will hear thunder long before I do, and I can tell by her behavior that she's heard it, and none of those behaviors manifested last night, so there was no thunder within Dottie range. So I am going to switch now. I'm getting in past the La Posa North and West, and I'm getting into town, so I'm going to switch. And here I am, I'm back with the picture-in-picture scenario here. When I drove through here yesterday while it was raining, there weren't very many people around. Not a lot of traffic. I think it'd be very different today. Some of the businesses are, one in particular, I just did a review on Gringos, and I think they're closed today because he said he got like 3 inches of water in his tent. So he has to dry out, and I don't think he's going to be open today. But I'm looking down, craning my neck, looking down Kuhn Street, and it's looking pretty busy, pretty busy. And here we go. And I'm going to bet that Roadrunner is going to be pretty busy for 2 reasons. One, it's Saturday, and 2, the people, you know, didn't travel with the rain yesterday. Now the rain's gone, they're free to travel, so I'm betting it's going to be bustling inside Roadrunner. And if I had brought my other camera with me, I'd show you inside Roadrunner, but walking around holding a cell phone, not that much fun. And people feel a little weird about it, understandably. So we won't be doing inside the Roadrunner today. So, you know, I've always wondered about this, and you probably can't see it, but you'd have to expand it. On this corner, there's always been this huge Radio Shack sign, and it always gives me this unfounded hope that there's a Radio Shack here, and there is no Radio Shack, but the sign remains year after year. And we have arrived at Roadrunner. And we shall see if I'm right about how busy it is. Now it doesn't look, well, yeah, it's busy. Even though I can find a parking space right out front here. Dottie will guard the car, and I'm going to need the phone because I have my grocery list. So what I'm going to do is I'll give Dottie some screen time. Dottie, hey. Are you good, Dottie? Can you wait out here, and I'll be right back? Okay, Dottie, I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, I am back, and I am really wanting to get out of this spot. And it's not easy when it's busy. You gotta be patient. Maybe make a couple of tries at getting out. There we go. That'll do it. And the one thing I could not get there that I wanted was, I'm big on bottled water, so I'm gonna go to the Dollar General store. It's at the other end of Main Street, and buy some water. And chances are I'll probably, the price is right, but I'll probably end up in line for a pretty long time. But you know what? That's an opportunity to meet more people and maybe hand out some Travels with Dottie cards. So it's always an opportunity. Right, Dottie? Are you a good girl? Huh? You my good girl? Dottie girl? So what can I see from this intersection? You know, in this corner, there seems to be a lot of these storage sheds that a lot of people are using to make, you know, is the bones for a tiny home. There's certainly a lot of them. Then there's the custom carved sign place. And then we have, up on the left here, just before Silly Al's, there's a collection of restaurant trailers that I'm certain are worth checking out. And here we're crossing Tyson Wash, and I'm looking down there, and it looks like a river, guys. It looks like a river. It is bank to bank water. So you wonder where all that water from last night went? It is in Tyson Wash. Wow. So I'm going to go, after I stop at the Family Dollar, I'm going to go around the back way through Kuhn Street. Maybe I can give you a first-hand look at what the wash looks like. It was pretty impressive. I was surprised, very surprised. And here is the Dollar General up here, right next to the big market hardware store. A couple of days before Christmas. I would say it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. My favorite time of year. But it's not. It really doesn't look anything like Christmas around here. Very few Christmas decorations do I see. Oh, I thought there were spots there. They are handicapped, so I will park on the side here in a puddle. And Dottie, I'm gonna show you Dottie one more time. Dottie's being, give you a little air. How's that? And I'll be right back, Dottie, okay? Well, guys, I got my water at the Dollar General. And I am gonna head to the water place to put in my 4 quarters and get my 6 gallons of fresh water, which is actually it's my little secret for staying in Quartzsite in the same spot without moving for almost 6 months. And I'll be there from, I think I got there about the 10th of November, and I'll probably leave around the first week of April, around there, depending on what the weather's like. If it's too warm, they're coming a little fast. If it's too warm, I'll leave earlier, but without moving. So I've got a trailer, and there's a couple reasons to be moving your trailer, and that would be to dump your tanks, your wastewater tanks, or to fill up fresh water. Well, the freshwater thing is lit because I've got a 6-gallon freshwater container here in the truck, and most days when I go into town, I'm going to do what I'm doing now, and I'll fill it with 6 gallons, and I'll dump it in my freshwater tank. And you do that 3 or 4 times a week, that's like 20 gallons, and that'll keep me in Navy showers and whatever else, and coffee water and whatever else I need. And wastewater, I've got, and I've done a couple videos on this. I have a 36-gallon tote that I put in the back of my pickup truck, and I have a macerator pump where I pump the waste up into that tank, and I drive it and dump it. And I can get away with doing that just once every 2 weeks, and the whole shebang takes at most 20 to 30 minutes. But my favorite place to buy the water is right here, because it says very plainly 5 gallons for $1. But if you trust them with your dollar, they will deliver 6 gallons to you very nicely. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's how I get away with not having to break camp or move my trailer. Which is, those of you that are in this lifestyle know it's a pain in the neck to break camp and hook up and do all the things that you need to do to move your rig. It's no fun. It's much more fun to leave it. And here we go to the drinking water kiosk, and I'll pull up right here and fill it with water. Well, guys, that was easy peasy lemon squeezy. We got our 6 gallons. And I didn't get to record it, but a guy went by going the other way with like a trailer that's smaller than mine. It looked like about a 16 or 18 footer, single axle, probably weighs, you might catch up to him here, you know, maybe 3,000, 4,000 pounds at the most. And he's pulling it with like a 3/4 ton with dualies. And the trailer's way up at an angle like that, just because the truck is so high. Which is what I would be doing if I had my druthers and I went back in time. I would have gotten at least a 1/2 ton truck, if not a 3/4 ton with a dually, just for opening up my options in the future for what I can pull. I have an F-150 3.5 EcoBoost, which I would not do anything north of, I mean, I might do 8,000 fully loaded. That would be a stretch. I know it says 11,000 something pound tow capacity, but you know, that's not the way you do it. You have to look at the total gross vehicle weight between the trailer and the truck, and you don't want to go over that. It's not as simple as it seems. But he's the guy at the head of this line, I think, trying to make a left there, probably getting on to Interstate 10 up there. And you might be able to see him as he makes the turn. But it's a big truck. Look at that. You can see it now. He's making the turn. It's a big dually with a little tiny truck, and you can see how that trailer sort of up in the air. You could correct that by putting an adapter on the hitch that lowers it, but you certainly couldn't park in, like mine is dead level when I'm towing, and that's thanks to the matching size and capacity, plus the Roadmaster active suspension I have on the truck. And it's just, when I'm towing it, it's dead level. It's great. And you know, there are people that worry about that active suspension. You know, how will the ride be when you're not towing? And I gotta tell you, and I've heard this from other people that got the Roadmaster, is that it is, the ride's better. It's a great, people that I give rides to, and I do trips pretty consistently throughout the winter down to Yuma, Algodones, Parker, where I take passengers. People routinely mention how smooth a ride they feel my truck is, and I really think, I mean, Ford pickup trucks are known for having nice, comfortable rides. They are, but I think the active suspension makes it even better. I'm gonna keep up with my my commitment to a video every single day. It could be a short, you know, when I get desperate, I'll go outside and shoot a short, less than 60-second video in portrait mode of virtually anything. And I mean anything, because I have, you know, my most popular short in the past few months is I did one, George the cat was sitting in the doorway doing nothing. And I shot a short, like 35 seconds of George doing nothing. And I even titled it My Boring Cat. And I got like 2,000 or 3,000 views and picked up a few subscribers. So there's little rhyme or reason in particular around shorts. And be interesting to see what people think of this video, because it's, I think I'm becoming the YouTube channel about nothing. It's kind of the Seinfeld thing. My videos usually, well, not usually, but they're often about nothing, like today's video. Just so you know, I could not go the back way down Kuhn Street to check out Tyson Wash, because that road is closed. And right here, I'm going to point to a short that I have that shows the amazing sight of what the closed road looks like. I think you'll find that pretty damn interesting. Up here on the right is, I'll move this over, that's the road closed sign. It is definitely not passable for sure. And this is kind of what Tyson Wells is looking like at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, the December 23rd. Not crazy busy. I see parking spaces. Anytime I see parking spaces on this street, then it's not that busy. Table legs for sale, $6 each. That's kind of an odd sign. And here we are. We're leaving Tyson Wells and we're going back to camp. And probably on the way back I'll do another garbage run, because there's always garbage in the back of my truck, because my campmates fill it up for me. And here we are, a run down the main road in La Posa South on December 23rd, 2023, to see what the population looks like. I'll be going by the, gonna go through the dumpsters to dump some trash, and we'll drive by the dump station. The Blue Boy only has one person there, so that's pretty clear. You know, it's you really got to be on your game to go the speed limit on this nice road, because it's so tempting to go faster, but the speed limit is 15 in here, and it's really important to obey that rule. So lots of people, lots of dogs, their kids. Got to go slow. There's a guy with got his little dog in a wagon. That's cute. This coming up here on the left is a guy that's got these big stones all around his campsite. He's here every year, and he's got a semi that pulls a giant fifth wheel, and he's got a very interesting looking compound there. And I've always wanted to meet him and maybe do a YouTube video on his camp, but I've never seen him. I've never seen him outside. As many times as 100 times I'm sure I've passed by here. Last year I went on walks every single day by here, and I've still never seen him. But he's got a real interesting, oh, I just saw him. He's there. He's talking to somebody. I just made myself a liar. There he is. And if I had a little more courage, I would have pulled over and walked over and introduced myself. Okay. We're coming up on the dump station. It's 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday, and there's only one person in line, so that's pretty nice. It's pretty good. Maybe 2. I guess there's 2 people in line. That's still nothing. In January, during certain days, the line will stretch way back. People waiting to use the dump station. My friend, I think he calls it the crap gobbler. It just sounds disgusting, but that's what he calls it. Alrighty, the crap gobbler. All right. there, right in front of us there. Then their rig's getting their fresh water. And to the left also is fresh water. Both sides of the street, there are freshwater stations. And we're going to go beyond here. We're going to go all the way down to where the lit cactus is. And the lit cactus is an area where they have events, unofficial events, usually on Friday nights, big campfire, LEDs lighting up the big cactus that's next to the where they have the campfire, and people play music and have potlucks and do all kinds of very interesting things that are entertaining. There's the volunteer offices right here on the right. It's beyond that, and right beyond that, there's a couple of really obvious landmarks here. There's you'll see on the right. On the right, they're both on the right. One is a green sign that says the lit cactus. That's new this year. But the past couple of years, they've had this pyramid of orange rocks to market. So you turn here, and I'm going to go straight, but if I wanted to go to the lit cactus, I would go to the left right here where the puddles are and straight back, and you would find the lit cactus. I have not been yet this year. But I'm sure when my friend Jim, I know you're watching this video, when he gets here, he will insist on going to the lit cactus on the very first Fridays here, and I will probably go with him. And so here we are in my side of the road where I like to camp. A little cloudy today, but I'm seeing plenty of sunshine, and I'm getting plenty of solar because when I got up this morning, I was down to 40% of my battery bank because of the extensive rain and no solar coming in for more than 24 hours, probably 24 plus 12, not quite 48, but probably 30 plus hours of no solar and draining that battery. So I fired up my generator and ran that gallon of gas dry on that generator and got it up to absorption, and when I get back, I bet it's going to be in float, and I'm going to have my batteries all topped off, ready to go for another stretch. And it looks like we're going to have a good amount of sun this week. No rain in the forecast. Not too much dust now. It was getting really dusty here in the desert, and that rain knocked down that dust. I mean, I'm going 12 miles an hour, and yet day before yesterday I'd have been kicking up a big cloud of smoke, not smoke but dust, and I'm not kicking up a single thing now because there's lots of moisture comparatively, and I think probably through the rest of the day we'll see these little tiny puddles, and those will go away pretty quickly. I don't think we'll see them tomorrow. And the mountains are looking especially beautiful today after that fresh rain. And that's going to be it. I don't know how these videos are going to weave together today. I've got a lot of recordings, and we'll just see how they end up coming out. Have a nice day, and thank you for the gift of your time watching my videos. Thank you. Well, guys, you won't be driving on Kuhn Street through Tyson Wells anytime soon, because this is what we have after the rain. Yeah, this is Kuhn Street you're looking at. It's closed, obviously. Pretty amazing to think what I'm looking at was just a regular road yesterday.
This morning it was really messed up.
Yeah, so I'm assuming this is a good time to look for gold, huh, when this happens?
I don't know. I know it's a good time to look for crystals. Once it settles down,
Yeah.
you just go out and look for, you just walk along. You'll see them. It's not hard.
Yeah. How long will it take them to clean all this up and open the road, do you think?
Oh, I have no idea.
Pretty amazing.
I didn't even see the dirt on the road. Yeah, I guess, yeah, there's dirt on the road.
Oh yeah, this is definitely was the road, for sure. So you can see the road here, and it just...
Yeah, I guess it happens a lot every time it rains, I guess.
And what I'm walking on now is usually the road, but you don't see anything like a road until you get about here. And there's Tyson Wells right in front of us. And the gates are closed. No driving down here for obvious reasons. You got to see this this convertible limo here. This is pretty cool, with a dog tied to it. Hey buddy, how are you? Look at that. Hey puppy dog. Sorry.